Got video yet? No video. There we got video. All right, my CPU fan on this 12-year-old the Scythe cooler has started dying. The bearings have started going. New fans are, well, it's an oddball size, and it was much more expensive than ordering a different cooler. This was on sale for 18 Canadian maples. And it's just going to do just as good as a job. This thing has been running 365, 24/7 since 2012. And this is my pfSense router. First, we're going to have to take everything out, being that this is a bottom-mounted cooler. It's a dummy HDMI. Let's take the fan out. Don't have an open mic, so you guys aren't going to hear any, obviously, sound. You might hear a bit in the background. It's always nice to take this apart and get it cleaned up. Fan. Let's see the type of fan. This one's still going good. This is still going strong. I'm not replacing this one yet. Again, it's very odd sizes, like 10 millimeter. I don't know. Do I have a ruler here? Anyways, I'm not worrying about this. It's not really needed. It runs in my basement. And take the headers off, which conveniently are nicely labeled. I don't want to put those there. I need that for later. That off. Oh, got some packet loss going on. Sorry. Why am I getting drop frames? I'll try lowering the bit rate a bit here. Let's go 4,000. Let's see. That seems to be good. Must be maxing out this CPU. I don't have hardware encoding available to me. Doing this at my office, obviously, because I have no internet access at home with no router, right? We seem to be good now. A little bit of loss in quality. 1, 2, 3, 4. Me. Actually, when I put this back, what I want to do, not that this is crazy, not that it's really required, but I really want to keep that under the board. Make it just a little bit neater. Put this to the side. Do a cross. Oh, wow, this one's. We got one that's completely loose. That's interesting. This is not a good size for this. Let's go with this guy. No. There's one. Do it in a cross. It's weird. These are loose, but the springs are tight. And there we go. I changed this out. It was a few years ago. I had a Celeron in here, and then upgraded it to an i5 3470T, which is running amazing. It's perfect. Handles Siracuda and PF Blocker NG, no problem. 1, 2, 3, 4. And thermal paste. I think I have Arctic Silver 5 on here, boys. It's still wet. There we go. Nice. There we go. And this is my broken, well, the bearings are finally gone. I mean, you can, re-grease it, re-oil it. Sorry, but not gonna do that. It's just time to, yeah, sleeve bearing. There you go. This has been great. This, like I said, running 24/7, 365 for 8 years. This has been a superb cooler, and I don't plan on retiring. I will one day find a cheap 4-pin. A lot of them are 3-pin. No PWM, it's not going to help me, right? Anywho. Da, da, da. Clean up that paste. You probably won't be able to see that on camera, eh? Oh, there we go. i5-3470T. 4 gigs of RAM and a 32 gig mSATA SSD. Transcend mSATA SSD. Isopropyl, 99%. Cleaned up. Perfect. That's it. Don't need to worry about anything else. Arctic Alpine here, which has whatever thermal paste applied. I'm going to use it. I don't need to make sure I have Arctic Silver. Not for this 35-watt CPU. No. So what is the height difference? Oh, it's exactly the same. Exactly the same, which is great because at one point I did use this PCI slot. I actually notched it so I can fit a 16X card in it because the case has a riser. So this is good. Not that I've been using a riser. WAN, LAN with VLANs. Internet home's 500 megabit currently. So this baby's still good till gigabit speed, which I can get, which just not. It's too much right now. It's great for bragging, but now I want to mount you. Dust cap off. Why is that on there so good? There we go. Oh, push pins. Let's see, which one's locking? Locked, locked, locked. Just like an Intel cooler, stock Intel cooler, which actually means, you know what? I'm going to mount this in the case for this first install. Just because then I got the space under. I don't want to, if you ever mounted an Intel cooler, it's not fun at all. Well, yeah, they're just dumb. I gotta put my pin headers right in that fan header location, though. Shit. Get her slid back in there. No, maybe I'll just leave this be. Everything wants to go back. They're so stiff. They've been running in here for so long. And honestly, it's not like there's a lot in this case, right? Case header and one fan. No big deal. Now the fun of getting everything to go under their tabs. For the mounts. That one's fine, that one's fine, that one's hitting a USB port. Bend you up a little bit. Those ones are going to be... And one audio port's going to be sticking these little tabs along the motherboard backplate. Come on, angle in there. There we go. Okay, check the alignment. There we go. Oh, this is so doable. You know, what if I just... I didn't want to do that. Well, I'm going to put these back on first, right? So that everything stays the way it was. Hard drive power and hard drive LED, power LED, reset switch. There's no reset button. That's just hard drive activity. Oh, sorry, hard drive activity light, and then power. Don't need any of these. I can't remember the brand of this case. I got it from California. It cost me a lot of money back then. Let's try. Oh, I really like these to just go right underneath. That way, I have nothing in front of that fan. That's okay. That's okay. It's a little crunchy. Cable's not flat. Alright, I'm going to leave it the way it was. Like I said, it's not a big deal. Not making that much heat in this case. Just tuck them back there again. This is... What am I resting on? Something's not sitting right. That one's fine, that one's fine. What am I hitting? I'm hitting something under here. Let's just leave that out of the way. Pick you up. Check my tabs. Align, and flush. So let's just put these back in. Magnetic. Why not? 2, just need to be crazy tight, just enough to hold it in there. 3. And 4. Okay. Okay. CPU's clean, don't need to worry about that. I'm just going to try and put that back the way it was, nice and neat. Kind of tucking under the board there. Good enough. Like I said, it's not really... Actually, I got to get that fan in first. So I'm going to leave it like that. That might work better. Okay. diameter's there. Cord length. Does it really matter that the logo is the right way? I don't think so. If I go there, if I go the other way. We'll just tie a knot. You know, is that going to be in the way? Nope. All right, push pins. So line the holes up. Get her resting on there. Yep. Yep. Okay. Push pin 1. Push pin 2. Push pin 3. Push pin 4. Locked. 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 Lift. 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 No lift. There we go. Now, let's see what I can do with this. Kind of an awkward spot to plug in. I want to tie a knot, or do I want to do a curl? I don't want to do a curl. I can stuff it under here. Take my motherboard header cables out again, even though I already had them hooked up. Oh, come on, focus. There we go. Slide these out without. Doesn't really want it. Okay. You come back out from under the motherboard. There we go. And you plug into the motherboard, which would be a lot easier if it wasn't right in this corner. That's 3-pin. Come on. No. I thought I had a pair of needle nose in here. I got a pair of pliers, but I thought I actually had tweezers. I'll just get it on here. Come on. Oh, jeez. There we go. Now, I'm just going to tuck these back under the motherboard. Again, maybe I should just pop these up a little bit. There. Just jam that in there. Jam that back there. Jam that back in there. Good enough, right? I mean, it's a top airflow side exhaust. Well, my lid's in another spot. Case fan. Give her a little spritz here while it's out. Okay. Down there too. It smells like dusty basement. Okay. There's no tab for that. It just rests on top of this screw. And screws. Of course, it's going to move. One screw. And 2 screw. Make sure that's tight. that back in. Tuck the cables back underneath. Plug my dummy HDMI adapter back in because it doesn't like to boot with no video attached as Intel management on my internal network. There we go. Now put my cover back on, which you'll see is vented. Lock her down. Lock it down. And there we go. Good to go back home and plug back into my network. Simple little CPU cooler upgrade.